Hey everybody, I'm gonna make a video about chess. This is a chess game I played. Um, the chessboard didn't fit the screen and I don't know how to use OBS, so I'm just gonna add a picture of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Alright, this is a chess game I played against Mapie. He's from South Africa. I'm playing as white. It's 10 minutes. I played e4 because that's the best move to play first. He played e5. That's the best move as black against e4. Then I played knight c3, which is the opening that I'm learning on chessly.com, taught by Gotham Chess on YouTube. Links in the description for that. This is where I'm getting my opening from. Opponent plays b6. I don't know what this move is. The bar on the left, that tells you who's winning, so you can see the white bar at the beginning. It's about 50-50, but now that he's played b6, it went up. That means the move's not the best move. So because it's not the best move, I haven't studied this move. So what I did is I just ignored that and played my normal opening stuff. So I played f4. This is a Vienna game. That's the opening I'm learning. So he takes. So it does look like I just lost a pawn for free. But you play knight f3 here because after whatever move he plays, you're going to play this pawn either to d3 or d4, and the bishop opens up and attacks this pawn, and you're going to win it back. So anyway, he goes queen f6. We got this symbol again. It means the move's like the engine doesn't know about this move. It's not a complete mistake. It's just a little bit weird of a move. It's not really doing much. It's defending the pawn. Like, usually you don't want to defend pawns in the opening with your best piece, though. Like, he could have just played bishop here, I guess. I don't know. I'm only 836 rated. That's pretty low. But anyway. I played pawn to d4, like I said. So now I'm attacking this pawn with the bishop. I can't take it right now because it's defended by the queen. But I can take it if I add another attacker. I've also got two pawns in the center. That's pretty good in the opening if you can make that happen. Opponent plays d5. The question mark means it's a pretty bad move. So before we had question mark exclamation point in light yellow. That just means it's a little bit weird. This is just like no exclamation point. It's like, no, shouldn't have done that, buddy. This is because there's nothing defending this pawn. I've got two pieces that can take it. And if the knight goes here, then I'm attacking the queen, right? So that's what I played. Took the free pawn, and now I'm attacking the queen. I'm getting a tempo. The queen has to move now. So we got queen over here. All right. Now, this is a question mark as well, but it, like, seems fine of a move. This is only bad because of one move that it's, like, pretty hard to see, right? You can see the white bar is all the way up, almost. That means this move was pretty bad, but you have to find the move, and like most 800s aren't going to find it. But the reason this is bad, we've got the queen and the king on the same diagonal, right? So let's say if I could put my bishop here, that the queen couldn't move out of the way, because then the bishop would take the king. But right now I can't move it here because I have nothing to defend the bishop. The queen would just take it, right? So instead I play bishop there anyway. And it's a brilliant move because if the queen takes the bishop, like I said, it looks like a free bishop. except knight can take this pawn on c7. It's a check on the king, so the king has to move, or he has to take the knight, except the pawn wasn't defended. So the king has to move, and then I take the queen, right? So he can't take the bishop, right? But he can't move out of the way, and he has nothing to capture the bishop. So I'm gonna win this queen. He didn't play queen takes like I showed. Instead, he plays bishop b4 check. So bishop's checking the king. Basically, just like an in-between move. Now I can't take the queen this move, right? Because I have to deal with this. So can either move the king somewhere out of the way. Not really good, because then you can't castle if you do that. You could play c3 to block. I played bishop d2 to block. So now the bishop has a choice, move back where it came from or somewhere else, or it can just trade bishops. But after he trades bishops, right, he still has to deal with this stuff going on. So he chooses to trade bishops, and then now he does take the bishop. He didn't really have much of a choice, even though we have the tactic with the knight. Like, what's he gonna do? Move it back and get the queen taken? I guess he could go here, and then I take, and he gets the bishop anyway. And that would develop a bishop, so maybe that would be a little bit better. But instead, we have queen takes. I play the knight there, checks the king. King moves, and I win a queen. So, how do you win a game when you're up material? Right now, I just want to trade all my pieces. So if I can win this knight for my knight, and if I can win this knight for this bishop, I'm just going to be up a queen, and he's going to have less stuff to attack me with. So that's going to be my goal for this game now, is to trade pieces. He's developing his knight, because right now, if you look at this position, after all this stuff he's done with the queen and the bishop, he's got a couple pawns that he's moved, but he hasn't moved, like, any of these pieces. He needs to get his pieces active. I've moved both knights, and I have my queen somewhat active, and I've got the whole center. These two pawns are controlling all these squares, the whole center. So he needs to get developed. That's why we see knight c6. I just take this pawn. If you remember way back at the opening, when I talked about d4 to get the attack on the pawn, I finally win the pawn back here. So the gambit at the beginning, it's not really a gambit, because you're going to win this pawn back on f4 eventually. Here I finally get it. And also this move, this pawn's undefended right now, so he has to deal with this right here. He does get in the way of it. Now, computer doesn't like this, because after this, it says M3 down here on the bar. That means mate in 3. I don't think I found this. I'm only 800, but this is a good idea. Pawn's under attack. Step in the way. Other ways you can defend this pawn, move it up, right? Or you can literally defend it with moving a different piece. Gets in the way. I just castle. It's never a bad move to castle. King's safe. We've got the rooks seeing each other now. Then we've activated this rook. Doesn't do much when it's over on a1. Now it's in the middle of the board. He does the same thing. Now he could have castled, right? Or no, because he moved his king. I'm dumb. I'm 800. Before I checked him with the knight, he could have castled, but so now he can't castle. He has to get his rook active. Now black is missing 3 pawns in the center, right? The 3 pawns he started here. So these are like semi-open files, right? This is where you want your rooks to be for black. That's why he's moving his rook here. Now, Stockfish doesn't like this because it's mate in 1. Queen right here. It's protected by the knight. The king can't take. King has nowhere to go. Nobody could take this queen, and he can't block anything. So that would be mate at 1. Right? I would win the game. I'm 800 though, so I did not play that. Knight here, I'm basically, like I said, I want to try to trade my pieces. Easiest way to win a game when you're a material, low rank. I'm threatening this rook, and also I could just take the bishop to trade the knight for the bishop. Knights and bishops are equal value, so if I can win a bishop for a knight, that's a good trade for me since I'm winning. He doesn't want to lose his rook because rooks are better than knights and bishops, so he moves it, and I'm just probably going to take the trade. No. I should have studied the game before. This is a game I literally played. I should knew what I play. I take this pawn with check. It is a free pawn, so that's a good move. King has to move. Now my knight's under attack from the king. I have to move it. Just move it back where it was, and it's a check. King f8. I can't tell you why I played this move. Attack the knight, I guess. The knight's pinned by the queen, so the knight can't move out of the way, so I am winning this knight, I guess. This is called danger levels, right? I'm attacking his knight, but now he's attacking my queen, so I can't take the knight, because I would lose my queen. I mean, I could take it with the queen, but I would lose it to the rook. That's not a good trade, is it? So I take the pawn. Yeah, it came here with the danger levels, but it's not defended, so just take the pawn. Plays knight e4, because now that the knight is not pinned to the king, right? If the knight moves, the queen sees the king. Can't do that. Now that I've moved my queen, the knight can move here, and now it's not under attack by the pawn. But he has this like all these squares that are open to his king, alright? So I'm going to play queen f5. I'm attacking his king, right? Because just all this space here, right, that he has for his king opened up to me. I'm just going to be relentlessly attacking it. King e7, queen f7 check, defended by the knight, right? That's why the king can't take. And then king can't take the knight because it's defended by the pawn. So king has to move to d8. And then I play knight b7 check. And this isn't checkmate yet, right? Knight's attacking. King can't go anywhere on this file, right? And it can't go here. So the only move is to take with the bishop. And then I guess I was trading the bishop, but after this knight move, the opponent resigned. I really just wanted to show off this game just because of, where was that? Right here. This move right here, where I found this tactic. It's called a brilliant move. That's the 2 exclamation points. It means it's the top engine move and it's a sacrifice, so it's hard to find. So yeah, just this idea of, it's called attraction. You pull the queen, and then you get this tactic, right? The tactic wasn't there before, right? Because the queen's not here. It just takes the knight. That's why we attract the queen, and we get this fork. King has to move, and then you win the queen. On the game, you had the in-between move right here with the check. It's nothing. You just block, trade, and then we get the attraction on it. Boom. Win the queen. And then all this crap I made, but yeah. Then you just, when you're up a queen, just don't do anything stupid. Trade pieces. Yeah. If I'm the opponent, though, I don't know why I'm resigning against an 800. You shouldn't ever resign at low rank. The opponent, like me, I could do something dumb easily, and he'd win the queen back. But anyway, cool game I had. Played a brilliant move. It wasn't the first brilliant move I played. I had played 2 other brilliant moves, but I lost both those games, so I'm not going to show you guys those ones. Comment if you want me to, though. I will show them. Only if you guys ask nicely. Alright, bye.